Holy crap. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. All right, so bear with me because I got called out of retirement today. I'm a chiropractor, right? I used to do stand-up comedy, and I haven't done stand-up comedy in 9 years, right? That's like some of you weren't even born last time I did stand-up comedy. And so I'm kind of rusty, and but I matured, and so I tell different kinds of jokes now than I used to back in the day. So hopefully you all be really nice to me, and to start out with, I want to lay down some ground rules about some of the jokes that I don't tell, okay? Like I don't do like black jokes and things like that, okay? You're welcome. I don't do black jokes. I don't think that they're funny, okay? It's really difficult being one of the apparently 2 or 3 black people in Corvallis. You know, like I went to, like I know there's a lot of Beaver fans in here. Hopefully the Duck fans are done for the night and went home. Anyway, so I'm at the Beaver game, right? And I'm standing there and I'm watching the game and it's getting exciting. And I notice these two guys standing next to me, and they keep talking to each other and looking over at me, and I'm like, oh, I hope these guys aren't gay. So then eventually, like, one of them leans over to me, he's like, man, I have to ask. He said, you're on the team, aren't you? And I looked at him, I said, we're watching the game. Like, which one of these players do you think that I am? You know, but I mean, that's what you get when you're here. I was working out at Anytime Fitness. You guys know what Anytime Fitness is? It's one of those 24-hour places. Like you have a little card you swipe and you go in and you work out with the weights. It's a little teeny tiny gym. And one day I'm in there and, you know, I'm lifting weights and I'm huge, right? You can't tell because of the stripes, the vertical stripes, I guess, make you look smaller. But I'm working out and this guy wanders up to me and he says, you're on the team, aren't you? And I said, no, I'm not on the team. It's very flattering, but I'm not on the team. He said, well, you know what? They could use you. So they could use me, and yeah, I would be great on the team. So, and I said, well, I'm sure they couldn't because, you know, I'm 35 years old. You know, I can't play football on the team. And he's like, you should try, you can walk on. So, you know, I avoid black jokes because they're just not funny. It's just such a sensitive situation, you know, living here in Corvallis. So let's see, what other kind of jokes do I avoid? I don't do chiropractor jokes either. You know, I take what I do very seriously. You know, I love being a chiropractor, and it's oh, sorry. I need to speak into the microphone. You guys are so nice. You couldn't even hear me and you were laughing. I'm really good at this. Well, did I mention though that, you know, even though I'm a black guy, I'm married to a white woman. My wife couldn't be here. We have a daughter at home that's throwing up. Our daughter. So since I'm white and she's black, our kids are Oreos, right? And or they look like Filipinos or Mexicans or something like that. And my in-laws weren't very thrilled about the fact that my wife was marrying a black guy. They were really hoping that she would hold out for like an Arab or an Asian or something like that. So, but anyway, one of my Mexican-looking children invited me to school for career day, and I don't do chiropractic jokes, right? And this is part of the reason why, because the other dads are there and they're talking about what they do and everything, and the teacher stands up and she's like, we have Dr. Young here, and he'll be presenting to us. Dr. Young is a crack dealer. And so I have too much respect for my art to do any sort of jokes about chiropractic. You know, I mentioned my kids, and one of my daughters, I told her that I was doing this, and like I seriously had like a couple hours to prepare for this, and so she was really super nervous for me, and she said, Daddy, I'll help you with some jokes. And so she told me a few knock-knock jokes, which I didn't think would be appropriate here, okay? Because I like clean jokes. And And so she said, you know what, Daddy, I'm going to let you borrow my book. And so this isn't even a joke. She gave me this book. It's called the Laugh Out Loud Jokes for Kids. You have that book? It's a really good book. Yeah, there you go. See, this is a real book. I didn't make this book up.
It's real good.
It's really good, right? So, can you guys bear with me as I just read on? It's not going to be like a stand-up comedy level joke, all right? So I'll just read one of these Laugh Out Loud Jokes for Kids, okay? Okay, this one looks like a good one. Why do black people stink so bad? Oh. Never mind. So she's got to switch schools. I also don't do jokes about religion. You know, I respect everybody's religion. Everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe, and so I don't do religious jokes. I myself am a Mormon, and you may have heard of the Mormons. It's a very, very secretive religion, right? And in fact, we're so secretive that we send thousands and thousands of teenagers all over the world to knock on your door and tell you about our religion that's so secretive. And I was one of those guys once, you know, out there on the bikes and everything. And, you know, I was Elder Young. Thank you. Best 2 years of my life. It was fantastic. I went to Tennessee, and, you know, I love the South. Such a great place. And it was really, really fun to go around knocking doors. I'm sure you all have had Mormons knock on your doors before, right? You let them in? No, you don't, right? It's because you've never had a black Mormon show up at your door, right? So I want to, what's that? There you go. Have them come in and pray the rosary with you. So if you get a black missionary that comes to your door, would you just let them in? Because we're special. I mean, black Mormons are about as like common as Asian Jews, right? And so, you know, then you can tell somebody I had a black Mormon at my house. And so I'm going to tell you how to distinguish when they're knocking at the door, whether it's a black Mormon or some other kind of Mormon, okay? We have a special door approach that we do. It goes like this. And that's how you know, okay? Yes, that was beatboxing. White people don't try that at home, okay? We don't have an ambulance on standby here, but I don't do religion jokes. You know, religion jokes, it's just not a respectful thing to do. And so, let's see, is there anything else that I don't talk about? Well, I guess another type of religion joke, I don't do jokes about stereotypes in general, and you know, there's, you know, black stereotypes that I already told you I don't joke about. Mormon stereotypes, like, you know, I pitched this show once to a major network. Anybody watch that show, The Bachelor? Yeah, it's a horrible show, right? Some loser gets, like, to date 50 women at once, and then, like, you end up having to propose to one of them at the end. I pitched an idea for, like, a Mormon version of The Bachelor where, you know, this guy goes out on, like, all these romantic dates, like to get ice cream or to go to, like, a play or something like that. And, you know, and he narrows it down to about 13 women and just marries all of them, right? And so, but, like, things like that are just based on horrible, horrible stereotypes, right? And so we don't want to tell jokes like that, okay? And so, let's see, I'm trying to think about what kind of jokes are left to tell. I guess there's sex jokes, right? I do sex jokes. I do, like, horribly bad, nasty, raunchy, like, the people in the front row are, like, gonna throw up all over each other. Like, it's just so, like, nasty and raunchy and bad, right? But unfortunately, I'm out of time, so you won't get to hear any of those jokes tonight. Thank you very much.